Peter Pan, that's what they call me. Promise that you'll never be lonely. Peter Pan, that's what they call me.
Welcome back to the White Stoner channel here on YouTube. I just noticed I have 110 subscribers, so let's keep raising that number up. I want to get to 300 by the end of this year. That would be nice, or close to it. So today I'm going to review one of the greatest things WWE's ever released, and once I get all of them, I'm going to do a collection video of it. We have the Raw 20th anniversary. Now, I'm just like everyone else. The one thing that pisses me off the most is if they can do this for Raw, why the fuck can't they do it for SmackDown? Now, growing up, and probably still to this day, if you still like how WWE's running everything, but back then, you were either a SmackDown guy or a Raw guy. I was a SmackDown guy when I started watching. And then, until about 2009-10, then I started watching Raw more. Because I only watched wrestling on weekends with Dad. So, we are going to review the Raw 20th anniversary. And the one thing I did wrong when I bought it, it was like, from FYE in Battle Creek, I accidentally sliced it wrong. So there's a big line in it. Celebrating 20 years of the non-stop entertainment with Raw 20th Anniversary Collection, the 20 greatest episodes uncut and unedited. I've checked it out. I've never really sat down and watched the whole thing. Some people say that isn't true. With over 1,000 episodes to its credit, Raw is by far the longest running episodic program in TV history. In this 12-disc set, DVD collectors will present the 20 most timeless episodes for the first time in their entirety, from landmark anniversaries, milestones, rating bonanzas, and unforgettable shows that left a particle mark in WWE history. These episodes represent the rawest of Raw, including the highest rated Raw ever, 8.1. Mania, the night after WrestleMania. WWE takes over WCW and simulate casts Nitro. Dude Love interrupts Stone Cold Steve Austin and Mitch McMahon. The original ECW Invasion. Homecoming Raw Reality, WrestleMania Rewind, and so much more, featuring John Cena, Stone Cold Steve Austin, The Rock, Undertaker, Shawn Michaels, Triple H, Mick Foley, CM Punk, and all the greatest superstars in the history of Raw. Plus, Michael Cole and Brie Bella and the Bellas present the details, factions, and figures behind the personality matches, venues, and all the virus quick that have shaped Raw over the years. So that was the description on the back. You just have a plain cover that says Raw 20. And then on the back, you have when Mick Foley won the WWE Championship for the first time, Yokozuna, Stone Cold in the monster truck, Undertaker choke slamming Randy Orton and JBL, and then John Cena with the WWE title. And this is approximately 31 hours. I'm going to show one disc, and the one thing that irritates me is they didn't include the very first episode of Raw. How the hell are you going to release a 20th anniversary great set like this? This is a fucking awesome set, don't get me wrong, but not put the very first episode? Check that out. I think that's from like 2009. Okay. Now carefully taking this out. So it's pretty much like this, except it'll have different numbers on it every time. So our first match, now I'm not gonna go through all the matches. You have the Smoking Gun. This is Monday Night Raw, episode 17, disc 1, May 17th, 1993. The Smoking Guns versus Glenn Ruth and Tony Vajada. Mr. McMahon interviews Shawn Michaels, the Kid, the 1-2-3 Kid, basically, versus Razor Ramon. And your main event was Shawn Michaels and Marty Jannetty for the IC title. Then we jump to September 6, 1996. This is episode 174. We had Shawn Michaels and Goldust, the WWE Championship in the main event. And then we jump to February 24th, 1997, episode 198. It was Undertaker and Farouk in the main event. We had episode 199, Owen Hart and British Bulldog for the European title. Now this one, okay. Now we're getting to Raw's War. We had a flag match in the main event on the 219th episode. We had Bret Hart versus Goldberg, Jesus Christ. Bret Hart versus Goldust in the main event on episode 226. And then McMahon versus Austin in the main event for episode 255. The Rock and Mankind in the episode 293. January 4th, 1999 is where Mankind won his first WWE Championship. Episode 304, 1999. It was the Corporation versus the Ministry for your main event. And then episode 311, we had Shawn Michaels as a special guest referee. And it was a 6-man tag team match. Undertaker, Triple H, and Shane McMahon versus Steve Austin, The Rock, and McMahon. We had Raw's War in 2001, episode 409. The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin versus the Brothers of Destruction. We had episode 548. You hear that big jump? And I think, yeah, they did. So, right here, it says Raw's War. It should not say that at all. So, that's a mistake they made right there. If you have this set, and if you didn't notice that, go check that out. It's 2003. The sign should have been changed. It was Ric Flair and Batista versus Shawn Michaels and Chris Jericho. Then, if you don't have the legit released Raw Homecoming, which I still would like to get in my collection, don't be too upset, because you have it right here. Raw Homecoming, right here. Your main event was John Cena and Eric Bischoff. No disqualification match for the WWE title. And I think that's where Eric Bischoff gets fired and thrown in the dumpster. Or, not a dumpster. The garbage truck. So that's 2005. Literally nothing from 2006 at all. Are you fucking serious? 2006 for Raw wasn't that bad of a year. You could have put an episode from Raw in 2006 on here. Episode 759, 2007. This is where Santino Marella was basically starting. We had Jeff Hardy and Carlito in the fantastic ladder match for the Intercontinental title. Your main event was Marty Jannetty versus Mr. Kennedy. And then Mr. McMahon announces the greatest superstar in Raw history. Then we go to episode 778, 2008. This was your King of the Ring Raw, which CM Punk definitely should have been King of the Ring, not fucking William Regal. Your main event was an 8-man tag team match. Triple H, John Cena, Undertaker and Kane versus Randy Orton, JBL, Edge, and Chavo Guerrero. Next, we had the 838th episode of Raw, June 15th, 2009. Chris Jericho and Rey Mysterio for the IC title. And then your main event was the winner faces the WWE Champion at the Bash. We had episode 860, 2009. It was Jericho versus John Cena and Undertaker versus DX for your main event. And then we had episode 877, March 15, 2010. This is where you had the official contract signing for the horrible match at WrestleMania between Bret Hart and Mr. McMahon. And we had... okay. This is an infamous date. This is an important date for WWE history. June 27th, 2011. This is where, in the main event, it was John Cena and R-Truth in a tables match. Surprisingly, R-Truth won. But after that is what changed WWE in 2011 forever. CM Punk had the pipe bomb. And last on here we had episode 984, April 2nd, 2012, the night after fucking WrestleMania 27, everyone's favorite WrestleMania. Fucking hate that show. John Cena calls out The Rock was the last thing on the show. So you're gonna put... Oh, my bad. This is WrestleMania 28 after WrestleMania, I think. Either way, it's close to WrestleMania 28. My bad. I was gonna say... I got over my head there. Okay. CM Punk is your WWE champion here, and he went against Mark Henry. So, really, he had a great match with Chris Jericho at WrestleMania. Not even in the main event, which sucked. And your main event for the show is Zack Ryder versus The Miz. Fucking nasty. I can't stand Zack Ryder. But there's a shot from numerous episodes of Raw. And you have Brock Lesnar return picture on here, and Undertaker with a gold belt. Let's see here. Yeah, only one thing from 2012. So, someone let me know in the comments, because I did watch it, I just don't remember exactly. I know Brock Lesnar returned in 2012, but was it actually this date, April 2nd, 2012? Someone let me know in the comments below. And let me know if you have this one in your collection, because this is a great set. It's just very disappointing. They didn't put anything from 2006, and they didn't give you the very first episode of Raw. And this is what I've been talking about. Stuff like this. If we can get this in an anthology for when Raw first started in, 93? 93, 94 would be one season of Raw, where it has every match from 93, from January to December, would be season 1. And then season 2 would be 94, December to January to December, is what I want WWE to release. Same thing for SmackDown. So that way you can watch every episode of Raw and SmackDown and then go and watch the pay-per-views. Instead of, I understand it's on the WWE Network, but there are some people out there who don't want the network or can't pay for it, and they want to watch SmackDown and Raw like that. I think it would be so cool if they would release that. So, that's my thoughts on that. Tell me what you think of Raw 20th Anniversary Collection 12 disc set. I think it's really cool. I just wish they did it for SmackDown too. So, don't forget to leave a like, comment down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and tell your friends and family about me, so I can get more subscribers, if you want to. And White Stoner is out.